I'm just a fighter. I'm a fighter and a dad, and that's literally all I do, and it's all I've ever done. I had 9 years of college. I have an associate's and 2 bachelor's degrees. I've never worked a day in my life, never had a job. It's just been fighting, and it's just been great for me because I get to spend so much time with my kid.
I'm gonna ask you about how he was as a coach, but to answer that question, I think you are right. Blue collar crimes are typically physically and often violent offenses like assault, theft, or drug trafficking. White collar crimes are non-violent financial offenses like fraud, embezzlement, insider trading, committing business or government professionals. The term is comes from the attire of the office. So white collars versus manual laborers.
Yeah, let me weigh in on something here. I think the main reason why they're trying to crack down on one individual getting so much power and with gambling and stuff, because think about this, a lot of lower level MMA guys probably not making that much money, right? So what if this one guy is smart enough and can be just like, hey, you lose here, you can make here, you lose here, you do this, you lose in the first round, you lose. What if they, orchestrate that and then?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible. And even now with the legality, I don't know how anybody would know if I was betting or not. Like, they don't have access to my phone. So I think it's like the honor system. But again, I don't think it was anything except for he was kind of bragging about it. But again, he's not even a MMA coach anymore, and he's still the best coach in the world as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. How good was he as a coach?
Unbelievable. I said it in interviews before all this happened. So I moved to Las Vegas to train with Robert Follis, and then when he killed himself, I went back to train with James in Las Vegas. The reason why I left James originally was I asked him, like, hey, man, what do you want as a coach? And he was talking about phone stores and all this shit, but nothing was, saying, like, I want to coach you to be a world champion. So I went and asked Coach Follis. I was like, hey, man, like, what do you want as a coach? And he said, I want to coach world champions, and that's it. And he said, I think you can be one. So I packed my shit and I moved to Vegas. But after that, when Follis killed himself, James came up and he was like, hey, man, I want to coach a world champion. So I packed my shit and I moved back to Kansas City. And then people were asking why. And I was like, look, man, I'm old. I'm never going to be able to out-train Brandon Moreno.